More than 40 million Americans have served in the United States Armed Forces. Of those, fewer than 3,600 have been awarded the military's highest honor.
On behalf of Michelle and myself, welcome to the White House. Of all the military decorations that our nation can bestow, the highest is the Medal of Honor for risking one's life in action, for serving above and beyond the call of duty. Today, we present the Medal of Honor to an American who displayed such gallantry more than 4 decades ago, Chief Master Sergeant Richard L. Etchberger. Today, your nation finally acknowledges and fully honors your father's bravery. Because even though it has been 42 years, it's never too late to do the right thing. So please join me in welcoming Steve, Richard, and Corey.
Everybody there was there for a reason, and that reason was our dad's sacrifice.
You know, it wasn't about us, it was about the fact we were finally going to be able to make it right for him. Just such a great honor to make sure that Dad got this.
A lot of people would have thought that that would have been the end of our story, and instead it was the beginning.
Let's give a warm welcome to the Etchberger Foundation.
So there's one way in and one way out of this trail, right? Because it's this insanely high mountain with one trail that goes straight up into it and then a sheer cliff on the other sides. And you're telling me these people climbed this mountain to get to them?
It took them 2 days.
So they're sleeping on the mountain then?
Yep.
That's just mind-boggling. Like, oh my goodness. Like, it's terrifying to think that there's people capable of that are coming after you. Meanwhile, you look down and just there's thousands of people down there coming after you. I mean, I just can't imagine how they were feeling. I mean, the anxiety, the stress must have been through the roof.
I say, when you think you're having a bad day, imagine people lobbing grenades at you for 5 hours.
They come up the mountain, they ambush the guys working, right? That's the first people that they hit. I think they just shoot them immediately. They don't even, they just come in there guns blazing.
Yep.
Right. And so
they were taking prisoners.
Weren't taken prisoners. And your dad and his crew are on the rest crew. So they're hearing guns just going off. That's how it probably started. They're just hearing all this firing and they knew. You know, they probably thought, I don't know how these people are up there shooting, but they're there. And so once they're in the movie, they're kind of, there's like this ledge, right? And they're all kind of huddled under this ledge down this hill. And the North Vietnamese, they don't know how many is down there, and they obviously don't want to get shot themselves. So they're like, hey, just sit tight up here, and we're just going to throw every grenade that we have before we go down there and check.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens.
I mean, could you imagine being like sleep deprived, starving, thirsty? You haven't, you know, you're exhausted and you're dealing with bombs being thrown at you for 5 hours straight.
Yeah. And then it's dark as well. So it's like you can't even really tell.
You can't let your guard down for 1 split second.
Nope.
As soon as you hear that thud of a grenade bouncing next to you, you have to react or that's it. You know, you just have a couple seconds to get rid of it. And in the movie, he was the first person to pick one, to kind of give them that idea. He picked it up and like started just throwing them back at them, which I thought was just... Could you imagine being on the other end of that? You think you got these guys pinned and suddenly you're getting the grenade put back in your face?
Back into a corner. Either we fight or we or we die. And so it's going to be, we're going to fight. We're going to, we had no option. We got no place to go. If they want to come get us, they're going to have to fight it out.
I was on the playground with my kiddos, watching them play, watching them have a good time, looking at your book that you sent me here. And I realized, wow, Chief Etchberger passed away today, a day like today, but how blessed am I for heroes like him, where I'm sitting here enjoying life in America and watching my kids play on this playground because of heroes like him. And so it was very powerful for me to look at his picture on the book and think about him today and really just be thankful for someone like him.